Crow your coins, crow your coins. You gotta crow your coins. Dump it. Dump it. What's up, Crypto Whale? DB Rider, how did you even know? Like, you 1109, I'm like logging into the system and you're like, good morning, boss. Like, how the hell? What did you say? I don't see one on my bell icon for today. I just happened to refresh my browser and caught this. Wow. Okay. Well, hell, welcome. Good afternoon. It's 11:12 Eastern. I am the Crypto Crow. And I mean, I'm looking at like one little internet bar on here, so I don't know how this is going to go. Alex Lawson, what's up? Emmeline, how are you? Jason Jenkins, what's going on? Crypto Assassin, what's up, brother? I'm good. Brandon, what's going on? Jesper Sundell, hurry. How are you doing? Oh, hey. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, I get it. I'm just teasing. Notified when live. Crow time, baby. What's up, Dennis? Adamar, damn, missed my first opportunity. Hey, I'm telling you guys right now, you guys really need to be following me on locals. I know, and I'm going to continue pumping it. I'm going to continue promoting it, and I'm going to continue talking about it until I've got like 135,000 people in my locals, because shit's going to go cray in my locals. I've already begun posting some stuff, and I'm working on getting more and more active in my locals, which is tied to my Rumble account. So everyone smash that like button. That's right. Thank you, Alex. Man, I've got some cool plans on things that I'm going to do with the people in my locals. I will say I have an NFT series that is getting close to being done. Not Twisted Times, but a fun Crypto Crow one. And it's all about a crow. That's all I'm going to say. Don't you know? So it'll be fun. And I'm probably going to be like giving some of those out freely to the people in my locals. So if you're not in there, you might want to get in there. And we're going to have some fun, man. I mean, that's basically what it is. Bitcoin's currently trading down. Now, this is a 4-hour chart. And I've kind of drawn out a channel here that we've been kind of working within. And, I know a lot of people are like, oh, we're going to have a breakout. I'm like, yeah, we're probably going to have a breakout to the downside. But I mean, I could be wrong. But yeah, this has just been a steady downtrend for so long. I mean, this is March 28th, and we've just been coming down quite a bit since then. So, yeah, I'm not expecting any miracles, but I do think that when we break out, we're going to break to the downside. How much, I don't know. This 4-hour wick all the way down to 25 grand. Man, I mean, this could have been the bottom, but I don't think so, because we didn't touch on the 200 weekly. So, if we go to the 200 weekly moving average, we still have a ways to go. And that's honestly what I'm waiting for. I mean, we got close, man. We got close here. Now, the one thing I will say is that it seems like a lot of people, I feel like when the sentiment is strong across the board and we're all looking at similar indicators, something happens to kind of change that paradigm. And I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but who knows? This could have been the bottom. We could have wicked down to the bottom, but I don't think so. I think probably like next month, maybe a little after that, we're going to wick this 200 weekly moving average, and then we start to go up. Whether I'm wrong or right, I'm waiting for that before I do much of anything. Because as we all know, when Bitcoin goes down, everything else kind of goes down with it. So let's see what happens here. Jason Ballard, Morning Crow. Before it gets too far into the stream, just wanted to say thank you. Spent a week in Bora Bora last week because of your advice on ADA. Many thanks, my brother. Well, that's awesome, man. That's cool. Never been to Bora Bora, but it sounds nice. Philip Wood, hello, sir. Great to catch you live again. I'm always glad that what's the word? I can't, happy to see me. I don't remember what is some smart ass thing about, glad you can see me. I don't know. I'm not funny. I'm still half awake. I had the worst night's sleep last night. There was a storm going all night, and I wear a CPAP machine when I'm sleeping, like a thing, because I'm so big, man. Like when I sleep, it's like everything like relaxes, and I would stop breathing and stuff a lot in my sleep. So I never take I don't take naps. I don't do anything without my CPAP. And that damn thing cut off 4 or 5 times through the night, because every time there was a big lightning crash, the power would go out for a couple seconds and then come back on. But it was enough to like wake me up. Oh, man, I feel beat up. And yeah, it's Friday. It is. It's Friday. Friday. 98 of you here at 11:18. We're going to get into some cool stuff, some good news, some fun things. Before I dive into the meat of the stream, memes are in the red as Dogecoin and Shiba Inu shed over 80% of their all-time high. For those of you guys that watch me on a regular basis, did I not say this was going to be the case? Now, granted, I know everything's down, but what do I always say about meme coins? They always tank the hardest. When you've got pure marketing and speculation driving the price of a meme coin with no real use case, they're either pumping or dumping. There is really no in between. They have no utility. They do nothing. So yeah, I mean, it's happening. And who knows? In a bull market, they're fun to speculate on. And if you get into these things at the low or a bottom, you can stand to make some pretty decent money for no other reason than the amount of money these guys and gals pump into the marketing of these things. But meme coins are pet rocks. I mean, that's it. They're literally pet rocks. It's a market it till you want it, and then once you have it, it does absolutely nothing. I mean, that's really all it is. It's pure speculation through and through. But and I know that Elon Musk likes to troll a bit and have this fun, but it's silly. I think the 200 EMA touched. The EMA may have, that's the exponential moving average, but I didn't see, I don't know. Let me take a look. Let's see. Exponential. Oh, yes. Interesting indeed. So the 200 exponential moving average did in fact touch, but the 200 moving average has not. So I will keep an eye on this. I still think I'm still waiting for a touch on the weekly moving average. I'm not even, yeah, I will mark that down. And so knowing that we've touched the exponential moving average on the weekly, that's cool to know. I still think we're going a little lower though. I think we're going to touch the weekly. Could to see you back live, Crow. Thank you, Dr. Crypto. I appreciate it. I've thought all the time about what it would be like if I were just sitting here live all day while I'm working, while I'm researching projects, while I'm learning right now how to build a chat bot in Python. It's always been a kind of a dream, like a funny thing that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to create some sort of artificial intelligence learning algorithm. But I'm just a high school dropout. I don't really, I have to learn everything the hard way. I mean, I've got like this book, artificial intelligence programming with Python. I've got so many books. I got this. This is going to be the fun thing for later. The ultimate Kali Linux book. I mean, this is a big bastard. So that's how I learned. This is all my college. This is I put the time into learning shit that I actually care about, and that was a big problem for me in high school. I just never gave a shit. I never gave a shit about amoebas and any of that stuff, really. So I was so bored to tears all the time. I'm like, I just never cared. But now that I'm grown folk, I can like just buy a bunch of books and apply it for everything as I'm learning it and like do cool shit. That's just kind of how I like to do my thing. And I'm also thinking about doing an interview with my wife. Now you guys are gonna have to let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments below. I'm all set up for face-to-face interviews and kind of Joe Rogan style, switching the camera back and forth to whoever's speaking, and you know, we have some drinks, sit at the table, and just kind of talk. I want to have a lot of guests where I'm doing that. I just want to hang out. And I've thought about, you know, what if I were to just go live and work all day and just like share my thoughts through the day, what's happening in my life? Would people care? Like, would that just be super, super boring? You know, because I couldn't just deliver talking points all day long. It would just be a boring live stream of me working on stuff, and if something I come across something, I share it in the moment. I thought about trying that as an experiment, but it sounds like it'd be a complete waste of time. But I don't know, you have to let me know on that. But I do think I'm going to do this live interview with my wife. Like, what is it, how have our lives changed? How has her life changed? What's it like dealing with me? You know, who is the crypto crow that nobody knows? Like, who am I in love, life, and relationships? Like, and to some degree, I feel like putting that into perspective from, because my wife could be pretty brutal. Like, she won't pull punches, which is why I'm like, is this a good idea? Like, she's great. Like, don't get me wrong, she's great, but she's kind of like me, but like, I don't know how to explain it. We're very similar, but polar opposite at the same time. Like, we're all about like the core of people. We're all about, you know, we don't care who you are, where you're from. We don't care if you're rich or poor. We don't care, none of that stuff. All we care about is the core of you. Like, if you're a good person, we're friends forever. We're cool. We'll do anything. But like, you know, we would much rather have like, just, you know, just good people, period, in our lives. And so, and I think neither of us are real. Well, I'm definitely a little more vocal. Like, I'll call out shitty people, pretty much without much concern. She's a little more tactical about stuff. She's more just like, I'm just going to get away from them, get them out of my hair, get them out of my life, and just ignore them or move on. I like to let people know where they stand with me, for better or worse. Like, if I really like you, I'm all about letting you know how much I like you and how much I appreciate you as a person. Almost like I give a lot of validation in that sense. And if I don't like you, I will tear you down. I mean, really, my wife has called me a bully. I just don't like shitty people, period. But you know, there are a lot of little nuances, and like, you know, how our lives have changed since I was in the MMA business to the mortgage business, and then the crypto world, and then YouTube, and like, what has changed for us over the years? Like, just all that stuff. I don't know. If you think that would be interesting to watch, you know, my wife's super hot, so if that helps. She's very pleasant to look at. Some of you have seen her already. We've done videos before. She's just tiny. She's like 5 foot. She's a little gymnast. And yeah, I call her my midget. And I know that's not politically correct, but I don't give two shits. It's funny. And like, our biggest hurdle, our biggest problem has been finding clothes that fit us in stores. And so I jokingly said I want to start a clothing line called Midgets and Mountains. Actually, I would love to create an app called Midgets and Mountains, like M&M. And like, it basically an app that aggregates, you know, 000 sizes to giant ogre size clothes, like, you know, specifically for us, almost like a kayak. And if this exists anywhere, let me know now. But I would love to be able to plug in a size, like a real specific size, and it goes out and aggregates all of the clothing all over the place, pulls it into one hub, and I can shop from that website, almost like buying airline tickets or hotel tickets. I don't know anything like that it exists. If it doesn't, I would totally build it right now. I would like hire developers right now to build that site. It's such a pain in the ass to buy clothes when you're 7 foot tall, 300 pounds, and you're not super obese. And you know, when you're 5 foot tall, super petite, and you can either buy clothes in the kids section, or, you know, just try to make something work. And yeah, it is what it is. Try Ubuntu Linux. Yeah, I have. Kali Linux looks to be more my game though. I like I'm trying to learn pen testing. Like I want to be able to like test my own networks and test my own shit. I want to try and hack my own websites and find my own vulnerabilities and things like that. And then honestly, I want to get into ethical hacking. I want to like, friends or people I know or businesses, small businesses or whatever. I want to like hack their shit and then be like, hey, this is everything wrong with your stuff. And I just kind of like doing that stuff late at night in the dark. Some weird like that. All right, let's get into some Cardano news. And we're going to get into the Cardano Vasil Hardfork. And we're going to learn a little bit about what that is and why it's important and why I think, why I think that's going to be a really big deal as we move forward. But currently, Cardano is adding over 2,000 new wallets daily in a month, despite market volatility. It's a pretty big deal. The Cardano blockchain ecosystem has continued its tremendous growth since undergoing a significant upgrade in September of 2021. This growth can be measured in terms of new features and updates, as well as buyer interest, with more than 2,000 new holders being added daily over the course of the past 30 days. According to data acquired by Finbold, on April 19th, there were 3.2 million holders of Cardano compared to 3.3 million on May 19th, adding a total of 70,211 between the 2 dates, averaging 2,340 new holders on a daily basis, as data from Cardano Blockchain Insights shows. Cardano is growing where others are falling short. And that's really all there is to it. I mean, I'm telling you guys right now, I don't really care what you think or what you love or what you own or what you hold or what you're doing. I really think Cardano is going to become the biggest blockchain in the world, period. In the story. This is what I think. Interestingly, Cardano whale transactions hit a 4-month high as prominent players bought the dip. On May 13th, Cardano whales were the most active they have been since January, when the ADA price bottomed out at 40 cents on May 12th. In particular, ADA saw 1,085 transactions exceeding $100,000 in value, as it appears interest is there from both large and retail investors. Yeah, because it's moving in line to what, retail investors, like there may be people that got into, somebody was telling them about Cardano and this and that, and then the market turned and they're like, oh, wow, the price is dropping. I'll just start waiting until it gets to a comfortable place for me. And that's what they're doing. They're starting to average in, and that's a really good thing. That's a good thing. Averaging in. I thought about making it a part of this video. I might do it Monday. I want to figure out, like, from where we're at right now, are you potentially better off accumulating Cardano and averaging in over a 30-day period, or buying it all right now and staking it to like Cronode at roughly a 5% yield? And I'm going to do that. I think that would be a good video to do. I think I might do that for Monday. And when I throw ideas like this out, you guys got to let me know in the comments whether or not you think it's worthwhile. Because sometimes if I throw out an idea and I don't see anything, nobody seems to care, then I just say, well, nobody cares, I'm not going to bother. So you got to let me know, and you got to follow me on Rumble, and you got to follow my you got to join me on Locals. So yeah, big stuff is still happening with Cardano. Even in this hard fork that's coming is going to be driving a lot of adoption as well. At the end of the month, the network added 400 new ADA-based projects and about 100,000 wallets. Finbold announced after expanding the number of ADA wallet holders to more than 3 million wallet holders to the Cardano blockchain in February. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'll take a quick look at comments real quick. I'm going to scroll back up here. Let's see. Just kind of take them down in order. Peak Seeker. Appreciate you, Crow. One of the few voices in the space I can count on. That's awesome. I saw somebody on Twitter like, how are you so unrated? And I'm like, maybe because I'm old. I don't know. Maybe because I'm not that hip anymore. Maybe because I ramble a lot about a lot of random shit. I don't script anything. I've tried scripted videos. It's just not my way. I don't like the way I feel when I do them. And yeah, they feel very hollow, even though the intent, or like when I'm writing the scripts, are full of so much. It just, I don't know, there's something about regurgitating a written word. Unless I want to act, I could be an actor and I could be all dramatic and shit, but that's not my way either. It's just disingenuous. I'm not into that. I just like calling things how I see them in the moment, and it is what it is. Not always right, but I'm always right sometimes. Let's see here. Personally, I think in June there will be a relief rally. Yeah, possibly after we hit that 200 weekly moving average. Ha ha ha, midgets and mountains. Yeah, I think it's a clever idea. It made you laugh. Like I remember when I think I've been a marketer all my life and didn't even know it. Like even when I was a kid, my Aunt Barb, she makes the best damn pies anywhere. Like the best pie, any kind of pie. And she would make them for the family all the time. Like she'd make a peanut butter pie that was like just so stinking amazing. Banana cream. I mean, all kinds of pies. And my uncles for years were trying to get her to start her own pie company, like her own pie business. And I'm like, you should just call it Pies for Your Thighs. And everybody lost their shit. They're like, oh my God, like nobody could stop laughing. And I'm like, think about it. You're driving by, people that want to eat pie, they don't give a shit about calories and they don't care about anything. They just want to eat some yummy pie, and Pies for Your Thighs. It's catchy. PFTs, man. And yeah, it never happened. She never did it, but man, I still wish she would. Crypto talk and a hot woman. Let's do it. Yeah, why not? Eminem. Oh man. So internet is a bit laggy image quality. Anyone else? Yeah, because I'm only getting one little bar, and it stormed last night. So yeah. Yeah. Please do the video. Okay. Absolutely. That's a fantastic idea. All right, good deal. And then super sticker. I don't know what super sticker you got, because there's only like 2, I think, that I added to the system like forever ago. All right, let's get into the details of the Vasil Hardfork Combinator. What you should know. And honestly, this is a big deal, because I feel like the more you understand about what's going on with Cardano, honestly, the more you'll understand its price action, and you'll understand why other projects are kind of falling away. Like Solana, I just saw a thumbnail for somebody trying to do a video saying that Solana is going to 10x in 2022. And I'm like, okay, bag holder. I mean, like, give me a break. Are you for real? I didn't even watch the video. I'm like, this dude he's like trying to pump his own bags or something. There's no other way. How is a project that had to shut down its blockchain, fuck, a VC and team owned blockchain, primarily, that has to shut down their blockchain for reboots? How is that a 10x project in a bear market? Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, pipe dreamers, man, pipe dreamers. But hey, I hope it works out. Anyway, in June 2022, Cardano will upgrade the network via the Haskell Hardfork. I don't know why I'm seeing double. I'm thinking of my Haskell book for whatever reason. Vasil Hardfork Combinator event. The goal will be to increase performance by dramatically enhancing throughput and reducing latency in block transmission. Ahead of this highly anticipated enhancement, Charles Hoskinson has revealed that over 500 projects are in the wings, ready to deploy. Yeah. The mission at this phase, unlike during Shelley, which is the decentralization phase, and Byron, which is the functionality, smart contracts, all that stuff, that has happened already for those of you guys reading FUD on Twitter by like bots, is to drastically improve the underlying performance of Cardano so that the network can readily support demanding decentralized applications that typically draw huge volumes, which would otherwise potentially cause congestion, leading to delays, damaging the user experience. Scaling of Ouroboros. The Vasil Hardfork is part of the 11 planned scaling proposals to be implemented in 2022. That's because 2022 is going to be a significant year for ADA, folks. Get ready. The primary focus during Vasil will be on increasing the network's throughput and increasing block propagation times without compromising security, which I'm very much looking forward to, because the applications that I have in development are, I'm building, and this is another thing too. I think we're going to release the name of my social media application, and then we're going to have a newsletter sign up, so that people that sign up for the newsletter will be the first to know when we basically launch the alpha or beta, and everybody can start beta testing this puppy. Because there's a lot of functionality. There's going to be a lot of functionality that nobody has. I'm telling you, it's going to be sick. And I want to have a really good growing group of people on there when we're ready to launch the beta. At present, Vasil is said to be feature complete and being simulated and tested before the hard fork event in June. So we're getting close to the end of May. This hard fork is going to happen in June. And it's very likely that we're going to still see, even if a lot of the other stuff going on in the market starts to fall, we may very well see ADA stabilize and maintain a position, if not pump a little bit prior to this hard fork. It's typically the way it always works. But then after the hard fork, typically we start seeing a dump, and it ends up around where it probably should be or is expected to be. With the rest of the market. So just kind of expect that. That may very well be the case. And, you can go through this article and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Diffusion pipelining. Evidently, block propagation time is crucial, and tweaks can lead to higher throughput. As such, Cardano developers will look at implementing diffusion pipelining for a higher throughput by allowing blocks to be transmitted without full validation and initiating changes to the consensus layer for faster block propagation across nodes. Man. If you're interested in some of the more tech-driven data associated with this hard fork, you're welcome to check out this article. But ultimately, just know that this hard fork's coming, and there's a lot of enhancements coming to the Cardano blockchain. And I think that, like this article says, over 500 projects waiting in the wings. My developer tells me all the time, like, the different issues that he runs into developing for Cardano. And, smart contract deployment and things like that are a part of it. Minting assets can take a little extra time. It used to be a lot quicker. For whatever reason, it's gotten a bit slower. And it's these trigger times that are a problem. And so when you're trying to do a lot of stuff at once, ultimately it can bog things down a little bit. So we're waiting to see how this hard fork addresses some of the issues that we've been having, both in like Zempify, ZetaSeek, all the stuff that we've been building that we're ultimately putting together under one social media platform. And so, yeah, and I think about that time, that'll be when we really start to kick things off and launch a beta. Cardano NFT sales reached $27 million in April. ADA attempts to rebound. I don't think it's going to, so I'm not excited, but Cardano NFT sales touched $27 million in April, as shared by a Twitter user, according to OpenSea, which shares the latest data from the Cardano NFT market. 182,411 assets have been sold in the last 30 days, with the Chilled Kongs collection holding an 11.58% share by volume. Bingo bango. I mean, that stuff is just growing, man. I mean, the NFT market on Cardano has definitely been booming. I think they just broke a recent record for like the first NFT to sell for over $100,000. I think that was last week. I am a bit laggy again. Yeah, I can see it from my bar. Connection is unstable. But hopefully at least the audio is good. And I feel like it's better that I go live with like, pixelated video. I'm just calling, maybe it's like max headroom. It's okay. We'll have some fun anyway. Cardano Accelerator Program Genius X ISPO nets $105 million in ADA. Cardano-based accelerator program Genius X continues to attract ADA delegators after the launch of its ISPO. Crazy. Cardano-based accelerator. Okay. I hate how articles repeat the same shit like 3 times. I know it's for like SEO, but damn, it's annoying. This comes after the firm's decentralized automated market maker and liquidity management protocol, Genius Yield, completed its ISPO on May 10th with over 14,500 delegators staking 270 million Cardano across 4 official stake pools, making it one of the biggest ISPOs within the Cardano ecosystem. Oh, wow. I mean, cool. All right, so let's take a look at the questions here. I'm going to try and keep this a little shorter. It's Friday. I want to let everybody get back to their work and what they're doing, preparing for the weekend. And let's see what you guys have to say in chat before we sayonara. Crow, you're the richest person with a barely functional internet connection. First of all, I'm not that rich. Second of all, where I'm at in Florida doesn't have high speed. I am 3 nodes away from fiber optics. I'm waiting, and I'm supposedly I'm going to have fiber optics at some point this summer, and that'll change everything because it's a pain in the ass for me just in daily living. There's a lot of stuff we can't do because we've got like 20 meg internet here. I even had an additional 20 meg line, and then we tried to bridge the two to make one 40 meg connection, and it still doesn't work the way I was hoping. So yeah, I get it. My internet sucks. Think the greedy ass companies here that want to charge you like, $150 a month for 20 meg internet when you should be getting like fiber optics for 60 or 70. I mean, it's a bullshit ripoff if you ask me, but that's what we got. I just landed here, and I like the honesty when you speak. Well, thank you. Thank you. Crow, question for you. How does ADA price drop as much as everything else or more when 75% is staked? Because it's not what's staked that's ultimately changing things. Okay, how do I explain this? So market cap is established by basically the market price as it relates to the supply. So let's say I have $1,000 cash. I have $1,000 bills, right? And I take 990 of those dollar bills and I put them away in a safe, never to be touched. And I have 10 single dollars. Now, what do you think would move the price faster? Having all of those on the market or having a small number of those on the market? So if the demand is high for those 10, and the price goes up, so maybe I sell one at $1, I sell another at $1.25, sell a third for $1.50, a fourth, and then basically by the time you've bought all 10 of those, you've gone from $1 to $4. Well, the lower the available supply on exchanges and everything means that the price can be much more easily dictated in a quicker time frame because you're able to buy up the available supply or sell a particular supply much faster. And the price that's set on the exchanges ultimately dictates the potential value of what's being stored in the safe, which creates that market capitalization. So yeah, I mean, and it's all relative to supply and demand. The less of a supply, the higher the demand, the higher the price goes for everything. And then when you try to pull any of that out of reserves and try to sell it, well, that ultimately quells the demand overall. And then you can end up with sideways price action. That's how that kind of thing works. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, it's fine. Do you think VCs are going to pile into ADA next cycle, kind of like they do with Solana? Well, I think no, I don't. I don't because A, I don't think they're wanted. B, they're not necessary or needed. If anything, there'd be venture capitalist groups that are funding projects built on Cardano. But are they going to start like accumulating Cardano at the bottom of the market? Probably not, because it's easier for them to turn a significant profit investing in a new project, giving them a marketing budget to establish like speculative FOMO for the project and then dump their coins. Like if they're able to invest, $1 million into some crypto project and buy a bunch of tokens at a fraction of a penny, market the shit out of that project, get it pumped up, and then, you know, they're able to sell those tokens in the, you know, the first quarter of a bull market or whatever, and, you know, 10x their investment. They don't need to mess with Cardano to do that, and they can do multiple projects for the same money that it would ultimately cost them to get into Cardano. So yeah, that's how I see it anyway. I love your random chat. Well, that's good. How high do you think Bitcoin, Ethereum, and ADA will go in the 2025-6 bull run? I think we're going to see the $8 I've been hoping for in the 26 for Cardano. I think Bitcoin is definitely going to break 100 grand. Ethereum, I don't know. Ethereum, I really don't know. I think Ethereum may very well take a backseat to some of these other projects. I'm not saying it's not going to grow or do well, but I think some of these other projects may very well start spearheading Ethereum. So yeah. LOL. Wow. Pies for your thighs, chips for my hips. Oh my gosh. Somebody in my family said that same thing back when that joke came about. Thoughts on the future of DIDs? I have no idea what that is. I don't know what DIDS is. And a ADA Invada. Fat sack. Add her to the Glock team. Gorgeous ladies of crypto. Yeah, I haven't done that in a long, long time. The truth is hard to hear, but incredibly satisfying once it's accepted. You are honest and genuine, and small-minded folks have a hard time with this. Don't ever change. We need your perspective. Thank you, Mr. Techno Goody. I appreciate it. Sad to say I feel the same in a lot of ways. I've had arguments and discussions with so many people about so many different topics, crypto or not. I mean, just across the board. And it's amazing to me the narratives that people will hold on to in the face of the most opposing factual data. And it's like, I watched this old video a long time ago with this former like KGB like agent, and he basically broke down like systematically how to brainwash a society and make them believe anything you want, to the point where you can present them with anything to the contrary and they will not believe you. And it's like, it is crazy, like cognitive dissonance and all this other stuff. Man, this stuff is real. I see it all the time. And the thing is that you can try so hard to show people where they're wrong, why and how, just with facts alone. Not even like, well, my opinion is better than you. No, like here's exactly where your information is flawed, and they just don't want to hear it, and then they just get triggered and irate. Yeah, it's scary. It really is scary, because it's almost like a mental zombie apocalypse is already forming up. And it scares the shit out of me. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. What can you do? Crow, question for you. How does ADA price drop? Okay, I answered that one. All right. Ardana and ADA. And any thoughts? I don't know anything about Ardana. I'll have to look it up. Smash the likes. Let's help this man out. Thank you, Crypto Assassin. I appreciate it. I love likes. I love comments. I love engagement in my videos. They definitely help, because the more engagement, the bigger the group grows. When I go live, man, those of you guys that remember before Twitter terminated my channel for no reason at all, like the second time, I was at like 2,000 people live when I would go live. And I do miss those days, and I miss the flood of stuff, but I'm somewhat at fault for that as well, because I let it kind of get to me and I just stopped going live all the time. I was just like, hell with it. What's the point? But yeah, I miss everybody. I miss the comments. I miss the engagement. I miss all of it. It's because you're thinking that mountains and midgets sounds like I guess that could be. I didn't think about that. Haskell Vardfork. David Mina, less ADA on exchanges is easier to manipulate. Exactly. That's pretty much the point. Hosky grinding, good days will come. Crow, hypothetically, what price could you see ADA add in the future? Do you think we are looking at an ETH type price, best scenario one day, or a Solana type? Solana to me is just crap. I mean, Solana is a cash cow project in my humble opinion. It has its uses and it works when it's not shut down for reboots. And some people seem to like it. And if you like it, cool, man, use it, have fun with it. I hope it works out. And Ethereum, kind of the same thing. You know, Ethereum broke the mold in cryptocurrency, added smart contracts and a lot of added functionality to the blockchain space. And it's because of Ethereum ultimately that we have everything else going on in the world in terms of, you know, Internet of Things and metaverses and all of that stuff. If it wasn't for Ethereum, none of that would be happening right now. So when I talk about Ethereum, it's not that I'm talking about it as an Ethereum hater. It's just that I think Cardano is going to take that baton and take it to the next level with a much less broken blockchain that is going to need a lot less layer 2 solutions in the future to make things work the way they were initially intended. I mean, as we know, I mean, Vitalik has even invented frustration on Twitter about how things just aren't going the way he was hoping. And it, you know, that's the way things work sometimes. I don't know anything about Cadena. Duty calls have to jump off. All right. Well, we'll see you back soon. Bing bang. I like the bing bong. Bing bong. ADA gang, son. ADA gang, ADA gang. Do you think VCs are going to pile? Blah. I guess we'll go down towards the bottom because somehow I'm hitting the same questions that I've answered. Can you get a better camera? Brother, the camera I'm using is a $4,000 4K HD badass camera. It's not the camera, it's my internet. Trust me on that. I can show you the camera's boss. It's just my internet. And you know, cameras can only do so much. Cameras are one thing. Camera's great, but my lighting, I've got a light way up here in my head. I got one like almost blasting me right in the face, which I think is a little probably too close. And then I've got another key light over here behind me that is lighting up my, like, this isn't my wall, just so you know. This is an old screenshot. It's an old picture I took of my old office at my old house. So I am literally, the wall behind me is one giant green screen. Yeah, like the camera's fine. It's just the internet. My internet sucks today. MicroStrategy is underwater with its 150,000 Bitcoin, average price 31,000. Do you think they might be forced to sell? I don't know. I know that he was leveraging Bitcoin to buy more. So average price of 31,000, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know how he's structured or how he works. But I know that a lot of crypto projects, a lot of crypto funds, a lot of crypto hedge fund, all that stuff, a lot of them are under right now. It's just the way it is. But they all have different reasons for being where they are. But, you know, I think he'll be just fine. I mean, this is all kind of a long-term hold. I mean, if you're not invested in like a whole bunch of super shitty coins, you got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, you got some of the stuff in the top 10 that are performing well and building and building and building. Hold till the next bull market, and you'll do probably way better than you are right now anyway. I think he knows that, so I'm not worried. It's just time, and I'm sure he feels the same way. I started a DCA into ADA. Hopefully we can see 25 cents so I can put in another buy. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. Crow, is it a good idea to hold Hydra? The only Hydra I'm familiar with is like Hydra for Cardano. It's not a token though. No price rally for the foreseeable future. Bear market fully in control. 8 under 25 cents is a great possibility. I agree. I think our actual bottom is going to be somewhere around 25 cents for ADA. I would love to see 10 cents, even a wick. Because if we get to 10 cents or 25 cents, I'm putting in a limit order at like 10, 12 cents just to see if I can snag any up on a wick. But yeah, Michael Saylor said he can buy all the way down to 3,000. Yeah, I mean, Michael Saylor's not hurting. All right. So on that note, guys, it is Friday. Go enjoy your weekend. Have a great, safe time. Thank you so much for joining me. If you didn't catch the beginning of the video, start it back over. Make sure you leave your likes and your comments and help me help the algorithm if you think it's worthwhile. And until next time, guys, grow your coins, and I'll see you again real soon.